Well, local chef is showing off his skills.
That's right. Now, he might just be the coolest chef in town, which is somewhat ironic because he is internationally known for cooking over hot flames. Still ahead, we are live, not in the kitchen, but out in the backyard with Chef Kevin O'Connor, chef at large, olive oil sommelier, cookbook author. We'll tell you what we've got cooking this morning coming up.
A local chef has cooked gourmet meals everywhere from nice restaurants to campfires at the beach. And now he is sharing his tips with us.
All right, so our girl Molly Real live learning from the pro this morning. Hi, Moles.
Hey guys, not a bad setting for the morning, is it? So we are cooking, we're spending the entire morning with this guy. This is Chef Kevin O'Connor. He's a local guy, grew up in El Dorado Hills. Kind of got your chops in restaurants around Sacramento, you know, restaurants like The Kitchen. You opened Blackbird as the executive chef, Ella, etc. But Chef, a handful of years ago, you kind of spread your wings. You're not at a restaurant anymore. Tell us about what you do, what it means, chef at large.
Yeah, so I'm still trying to figure out what I'm really doing. But about 10 years ago, I left restaurants. My whole background was fine dining, and I've been cooking over fire for about 10 or 11 years. I left and I joined this olive oil company. We got to travel the world, start fires, cook with fresh extra virgin olive oil, cook with beautiful fresh produce, and after a departure from fine dining, I kind of realized that's what it's really all about, is gathering around the fire, focusing on sourcing rather than focusing on all these crazy garnishes and techniques and all this kind of stuff. So it kind of led me to this world that I'm in now, which is having Alta, which is an open fire dining concept that travels the world. We focus a lot on wine country around here, Napa and Amador. I just get to do a lot of fun stuff. There's brand experiences that we do, there's private parties, there's big parties at wineries, and I don't know if I'll ever go back to restaurants after that.
And why would you?
Yeah.
You know, you do some cool things, and if you just go to your Instagram, I mean, you document it really well. A lot of them are local, like you said. You know, you go to the local wine regions and do dinners there, so I hope people follow you on Instagram so they can pay attention to when you're doing local things. But like next week, you're getting flown to Maui to do some events, so you get to really see the world. And speaking of which, a couple years ago, we interviewed you because you were a contestant on a show called Chefs vs. Wild, where they literally dropped you in the wilderness with a survivalist for a week. You had to forage your own ingredients, then do a cooking competition with it. So you're kind of a wild guy.
Yeah, I wish I had a lot of this beautiful stuff when I was out there in British Columbia. We had to find everything. So foraging, fishing, gathering, surviving for a week. You could do just about anything for a week, though. So I think a little bit more than a week, it would have gotten a little hairy.
You can do just about anything for a week, Chef. You know what I love, though? You get to travel the world. You do all these cool things. But knowing you, the agriculture here, the food here, is really what you love. I mean, you're such a proponent for our local farms here in Sacramento.
Exactly. Yeah. So traveling the world, I quickly realized Sacramento's got it going on. We've got some of the best produce in the world. And it's not just the best produce in the world, but it's just so available. It's so readily available. When I worked at San Francisco in some really nice spots, they would talk about this relationship they had with this farmer. I'm like, oh, that's my friend Heidi. She used to bring tomatoes in the back door, like right before service. So you really don't get such a readily available amount of fresh produce really anywhere else that I've cooked, and I've cooked kind of all over the world.
Yeah.
Hawaii does a pretty good job, but Sacramento really is top notch when it comes to that.
Well, we're going to spend the morning learning from Chef Kevin. And by the way, if you don't have one of these at home, he's going to give you some options for the dish that we're making. He's teaching us how to make fire roasted salsa verde and a little dish to go along with it. So I hope you stick around. Hey, right after this, we're going to take a picture. We're going to post it to our social medias, Facebook and Instagram, where you can ask him any culinary question you want. He's great at obviously cooking over fire, but good in a kitchen too. He knows his stuff. So ask away, and we'll see you in the 8 o'clock hour.
All right, looking forward to it. Thank you very much, Molly.
When my hair smells like campfire, you know it is indeed a good day, Sacramento. Hey, welcome back. I'm Molly Real, live with Chef Kevin O'Connor, internationally known for cooking over hot flames. He is a chef at large. He travels the world doing things like this for events. So this morning he's teaching us how to cook a recipe for fire-roasted salsa verde. Yum. And Chef, you're sharing a little trick right here with the onions. So by the way, not all of us have this grill, but some of us do have charcoal barbecues, and you're putting the onions right on
directly on the coals. Yeah.
The coals.
So if you don't have a large almond wood fire in your backyard first thing in the morning, you can use a charcoal barbecue or just a charcoal grill, even just one of those basic Weber grills, right? And essentially, we're starting the fire, which is super aromatic. But the idea is to get some coals. So we're cooking on the coal bed, so we can get a shortcut and get some of the briquettes or whatever and light those up. But the onions are directly on the coals, so we've got ambient heat from the fire cooking the onions, and then the direct interaction with the coal, which is helping them cook. So we're going to keep turning those, and then when we come back, they'll be nice and soft and charred, and we'll cut away the outside and put it into a salsa.
Okay, obviously a wealth of knowledge, so stick around, lots to learn.
Yeah.
Wow, what a good morning for me, guys.
Hey, Molly, our banner says learning new skills in the kitchen. I've barely mastered that, and now you have me outside. I'm a little intimidated, just a little bit.
You know, he's going to help us through.
Okay, good.
But yes, it's
that's
okay
what
to
we
be
have him for.
intimidated by fire, but yeah, exactly.
All right. Molly, thank you. The local chef started his career in his teens and has gone on to cook all over the world.
We mean all over, not even just in kitchens. Molly Real is live learning tips from the pro this morning.
Hey, Molly, really fast, who is your photographer?
Yeah. Oh, it's Dave Grassoff. I was thinking maybe we should find him a couch.
Because your lighting is phenomenal.
You guys were on.
Your lighting is great, and I just would love the same care and attention.
Wow.
I know. We've got a light. We've got it going on here, you guys. But this Chef Kevin O'Connor, as you mentioned, he started cooking in his teens. He's from El Dorado Hills, worked in Michelin-starred restaurants, but now, is specifically not in restaurants. You are a chef at large. You travel the world doing things like this, cooking over open flames.
Yes, very much not restaurants anymore. But still a love of hospitality, right?
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Good food and good ingredients.
You take care of the people you're feeding, and you do it, as you said, with good ingredients. Specifically, I know you love our local ingredients, and that's what we're kind of showing off here. You're teaching us how to make a salsa verde. This kind of seems like a big production for a salsa, but once people taste it, I know it's totally worth it. And this, I think people might be intimidated by what we're seeing here, but if you have a charcoal grill, if you have a broiler, you can make this recipe.
Yeah, even if you don't use your broiler, you can put all these ingredients in a hot cast iron pan and just blister them up. So we've got tomatillos, which are in season right now. Obviously, we know tomatoes are in season. Tomatillos are the same season as heirloom tomatoes. So these little guys grow in this funky little husk, which we take off, and then they're pretty bright and acidic. There's a good amount of liquid in here as well, so we just blister those up over the fire to cook them, to soften them, but to also bring in a lot of flavor. So if you don't have a fire, you could do this in a broiler, toss in a little olive oil, or you can do it right over a charcoal barbecue. The other main ingredient, which I'm obsessed with right now, peppers. I'm eating peppers pretty much every day. These are all from the Sacramento Farmers Market on Sunday. There's pretty much a farmer's market every day in Sacramento right now, so if you're not going to the farmer's market, I don't know where you're shopping, but these are hatch peppers. We've got some sweet peppers from Patrick's up in Camino. He grows amazing stuff. And then there's some poblanos here as well.
Okay. And you showed us earlier that you'd nestle the onions on the coals right here. This is actually called a torpedo onion you found at the farmer's market. It looks like a elongated shallot, but show us kind of, you're going to cut into that.
Exactly. So we've got the torpedo onions. We've got some sweet onions as well. These are from River Dog Farms out in Cape Bay. I've found some red onions, so just kind of an array of onions. So honestly, I can pick my favorite. These are just roasted in the coals, like we talked about, and then until they're just nice and soft. I don't want them completely soft for the salsa because I still want a nice bite to the salsa. But as you can see, it's steaming the moment you cut into it, and it's kind of caramelizing in its own skin. So we discard that charred exterior, and then what you have is this nice smoky coal roasted onion that we'll then put into the mortar and pestle.
Okay.
We're using a mortar and pestle out here, but at home we would just pop it into a blender or a food processor with the tomatillos and the peppers.
It's delicious.
It's tasty.
Okay. So coming up, we are going to take everything off the fire. We're going to make that salsa before your eyes. Hey, we just posted a picture of the two of us. It looks a little bit like this. We posted it on Facebook and Instagram, so go there. Ask any culinary questions you have for Chef Kevin. He is truly such a wealth of knowledge in the kitchen and out of it. And we will answer those. He will, at least, in the 10 o'clock hour.
It's looking like a Food Network production out there, Molly.
Yeah, I know. He knows how to make things look good, guys.
That is cool. Thank you, Molly. A local chef has become a pro in the kitchen as well as out in the wilderness, and now he is sharing all those tips
Molly,
with us.
real live learning how to think, shop, and cook like a chef outside.
Yeah. Outside, out of the kitchen, which is Chef Kevin O'Connor's preference. If you're just joining us, Chef Kevin O'Connor, born and raised in El Dorado Hills, but what he does, he's worked in Michelin-starred restaurants, but now he is a chef at large. He travels the globe doing cool events, cooking over open fires, and today he's teaching us how to make a Salsa Verde, fire-roasted Salsa Verde. We have we've charred and blistered a bunch of veggies that you got from the farmer's market. Now we're putting it all together.
Yeah, so we've got tomatillos, which we saw earlier. We took them out of the husk. We put them over the coals. And again, if you don't have an open fire at home, you can do this on a charcoal barbecue. If you don't have a charcoal barbecue, you can do it on a gas barbecue. We just toss all these vegetables in a little bit of extra virgin olive oil before it hits the grill. And if you don't have a charcoal barbecue or a gas barbecue, you can just do it in a hot cast iron pan, in a griddle, or underneath a broiler. Whatever you have to do to get some nice char on the outside to really alter the texture and the flavor. So we've got some nice char on the tomatillos. We have these coal roasted onions. We took off the charred exterior because we don't want to eat too much carbon. We're just going to slice these up a little bit and put them in this mortar and pestle. Okay. Again, we're using this because we're outside. We don't have electricity, but at home, just chuck it into a blender and blend it carefully, right? Because you have hot ingredients in a blender. You put a towel over the top of the hole so the steam can escape a little bit without splashing you. And then we've got all these charred peppers. So this is a hatch chili. We've got poblanos. These have a little bit of heat to them. Not too much. No jalapenos, nothing too crazy. I don't like spicy food that much, so I like...
Oh.
Yeah.
You like it hot, but not hot.
I enjoy it. I enjoy all the food that goes along with it, but I don't like my mouth burning. Okay. Probably because I like to drink wine too much. And then we've got some garlic as well. So a little trick for grilling garlic so it doesn't drop down into the grill grate. I just like to skewer it. So get garlic cloves, pop them on the skewer, brush of extra virgin olive oil, and then they get a little bit of color. So we can kind of alter the flavor and get some nice smoky flavors on the garlic.
I'm guessing you're going to add some cilantro, some of the lime that you charred as well.
Yeah, so grilled lime, we were talking about this earlier. I was saying if you've got a fire or a grill going and you have citrus, if you're not grilling it, you're kind of squandering it. So it just adds another depth of flavor, caramelizes the sugars in the fruit a little bit, so it's not so acidic, cooks it down just a touch, but still nice and bright and acidic and lovely, which is why we want citrus in the first place, right? So we're just going to dice up some of the coal roasted onion. I'd say this is about 18 to 20 tomatillos roasted over the coals. 1 onion, and then for the salsa verde, I like to go heavy on the peppers. Peppers are in season right now. All this stuff came from the farmer's market. Pretty much every farmer that I work with is growing some sort of pepper, from padrones to shishitos, Jimmy Nardellos, and these fun hatch chilies.
Okay, so people can just have fun with it. I'm guessing we have a lot of viewers who are growing peppers and are like, I don't know what to do with all of these, so this is something they can do. Hey, we're going to go to break as we create this salsa, but coming up in the 10 o'clock hour, we are going to finish it. We will be plating it. He is making some tostadas for us. It's going to be incredible. He's going to share this recipe with us so that you can make it at home. Also, we have posted a picture of the two of us to Instagram and Facebook. If you have any questions for Chef Kevin O'Connor, go ahead and ask them. We will be answering in the 10 o'clock hour as we make you all so very jealous and enjoy our fire-roasted meal. I'm sure this is good anger management. There's more Good Day after the break. We'll see you guys soon. Good day, Sacramento. So we've had this fire going for about 3 hours now, and let me tell you, it smells so good, in fact, that the neighbors are starting to file in, but not just any neighbor. Hey guys, this is Sarah Jones. Now, John, Ashley, you guys are actually probably too recent on Good Day to know Sarah. But what year did you start on Good Day, Sarah?
I've did off and on since 1998 to about 2004.
Wow.
She's actually Dave Grassoff's best friend. We grew up on the same street, so she babysat me, helped inspire me to start on the news as well. So just wanted to say hi. As we're approaching our 30th anniversary, one of our best alums right here.
Interned there.
That is
starting in
so
1996, so almost 30 years ago, and that's how I met Dave Grassoff way back when.
Yeah, so all the OG viewers will remember Miss Sarah. Hey, coming up, we didn't forget about the food. We're going to plate these tostadas. Look how beautiful this salsa verde is that we were fire roasting all morning. You have just about 15 more minutes to ask those questions for Chef Kevin O'Connor on Facebook and Instagram. We'll see you guys soon.
I have a question. Can he come be my personal chef? That's my question for you.
Well, he's going to Hawaii next week, so if you can give him a better offer.
Yeah, I got you. No, we'll let him come back from vacation.
Better
It's all
than
good.
Hawaii. I'm not sure
Yeah.
we can top that. But
Molly, thank you. She's been soaking up the culinary knowledge of a local top chef, and now they're ready to answer some of your questions.
yes, indeed, Molly Reel is ready to answer your questions. Hey, Molly.
Hey guys, well not me, but Chef Kevin here. By the way, hey, guess what this is right here? That would be avocado toast. Ada, get it? That's just the base of the dish we are building with the fire-roasted salsa verde that Chef Kevin has been showing us how to make all morning. We're going to have a recipe posted when we post this video online. But all morning, as we've been cooking, Chef, we have been having people write in some questions for you.
Awesome.
So let's get going as you plate up our tostadas.
Let's hear 'em.
Okay, so someone wants to know, how do you season a steak?
Oh gosh, I get this question a lot. One of the most common questions is, how do I cook a steak? What's the best way? There's a lot of myths. There's a lot of noise in that arena. I say with just good quality salt. I think the most important part is not the seasoning, it's about the sourcing. So make sure you're getting good steaks, some nice marbling, and from a good source, a good trusted source.
If you're shopping in Sacramento, where do you get a steak?
If I'm not at the farmer's market, it's going to be at Cordy's. I like Taylor's.
Yep.
Cordy's, they're all very educated. They'll talk to you about how to cook the specific steak that you're getting. I always say let it come to room temperature before you cook it. And the most important part beyond seasoning is letting it rest. So you want your steak to rest after you cook it rather than just slicing into it, which is honestly the hardest part for me because it looks so good. But just good salt, sometimes a bit of pepper. I like to make a chimichurri. But I think if you have a good steak, you don't need a ton of seasoning or seasoning blends.
Okay. Because you are a chef who gets flown around the world to cook, one of your questions is favorite destination to turn local culture into a meal?
That's a really good question. It's got to be a toss-up between Hawaii. I go to Hawaii quite often, so I start to understand the culture a lot more, and the sourcing has been just so much fun in Hawaii, the tropical fruit and the tropical ingredients and the Southeast Asian ingredients, but also Thailand. I spent a lot of time in Thailand and was able to go through the markets and really just take everything in and bring home fresh coconut milk and make curries and all sorts of dishes that we couldn't make in Sacramento with our local ingredients because we don't have coconut trees all over the place.
We don't? Okay, and then finally, as you're plating it, we have just about a minute left to go. What's the furthest place that you've been flown to cook?
That was probably, I'd have to say Tasmania. I used to spend a lot of time in Australia, but I recently cooked in Tasmania off the coast of Tasmania, off the coast of an island called Bruny Island. There was another island called Satellite Island. So it was a plane to Australia, and then another plane to Tasmania, and then a boat, a ferry to Bruny Island, and then another boat to the private island.
Okay.
So
So nearby.
About as far away as you can
Totally.
truly get.
So I know you're going to top that off with that salsa so I can tell people how good it is. But again, we're going to post the recipe when we post the video online. This fire roasted salsa, you don't have to have a fancy barbecue like Chef here to make it. If it's just your stove or your cast iron, that works too. But I hope you make it.
Listen to that crunch. That's what we like to hear.
It's so good. It's sweet, a little bit of heat. It's perfect. I love it. Thank you so much for your time this morning.
Of course, my pleasure.
Hey, follow him on Instagram. He has the coolest culinary adventures. Every now and then, they happen to be local. So if you want to stay tuned on what's to come, he has a cookbook out called Chasing Harvest. It's beautiful. He has olive oil coming out. He is just about the most entertaining person you can imagine. So thanks for your time this morning.
Thanks,
hey,
Molly.
there's more good in your good day coming up after this short break.